Hello, everyone. My parents just left. Normally, I do this review, they're in the AMC parking lot, but I was with my parents this time, so I'm gonna do things a little different. I'm here at my apartment now. Just got dropped off by my parents. We just finished watching Pixar's Hoppers, and I'm telling you, man, every bit of that movie is my kind of movie. Started out and it gave me vibes of like Stitch with like zooming in, like slowly zooming in and on the robot that is like the beaver. And then like him opening his eyes. Very familiar Lilo and Stitch opening vibes with that opening. And then immediately it cuts to like the girl that we're going to be following along, a lot younger version of her, uh trying to help out these animals in her elementary school or middle school, trying to kidnap all these animals and let them go from their habitats. And yeah, it was hilarious. Like it started out with a turtle, and his the turtle's name was Crush, which was a reference to Finding Nemo. That was the first or I guess second reference. Yeah, that was the second reference to Disney and Pixar. Naming the turtle Crush. Immediately see her, like her hand reach in there and grab him out and put the turtle in the backpack, try and get him out of school. and then and then it continues on for a bit with that scene of young Mabel trying to get trying to help all the animals, and then it cuts away to well, we stay on young Mabel for quite a while actually. She goes and visits her grandma and stuff and forms a relationship with her grandma, and we see that on screen as she's like slowly aging. And then yeah, then we get to college age Mabel, and her still, protesting against the mayor and advocating for all these different lives, like animal life and like homeless life and all this sort of stuff. And then like she's trying to stop the mayor from destroying this certain beaver dam, or this location where her and her grandma used to go all the time and hang out, which is very, very cute, very sweet, very charming. But it also later on in the movie, it also got pretty dark when when we eventually get over to her using like a VR headset and like transporting her mind into this like robot that her college teacher or her college professor has created or invented. It's kind of like Pixar's version of Avatar. They actually make that joke in the movie. It's like Avatar. And the teacher gets upset and says, "No, it is not like Avatar." No, it is very much like Avatar. And because Mabel is also advocating and trying to save animal life, that's why she like gets into the beaver body to go and speak to all the animals and like have them help her stop the mayor. But then that takes a turn, and then she's trying to help the mayor get away from the animals. And yeah, like this whole movie was very creative, and I loved every bit of it. Like it reminded me of Avatar a lot. Uh, Jake Sully was a military man that then went into an avatar body and then fell in love with the culture that or the world that he was on. But this, like Mabel goes into the body to try and help the animals and get them back to this location that her grandma and her hung out, and like bring beavers back and like build a dam and like make the area beautiful again, make nature build up and grow again. But then, yeah, she has to deal with the mayor's BS and his selfishness. And then at the end, she ends up having to go and protect him and save him against the animals because the animals get too dark and take it way too far. Yeah, like it is a hell of a movie. It is a hell of a ride, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure my parents enjoyed it. Probably not as much as me, but they enjoyed it all right. Uh, there are two post credits for this movie. One, yeah, it had to do with like a few of the side character animals right after the mid credits, and then the second post credit is at the very end, and it's kind of just a throwaway of or like coming back to something that happened in the movie. They were just covering whatever had happened. Like I don't want to spoil too much, but it's kind of just a throwaway post credit. Not really needed, but it is funny. It's kind of like the Captain America post credit scene at the end of Far From Home, or not Far From Home, but Homecoming, where he's like talking about patience and stuff. It's kind of just a throwaway post credit, but it's very funny. It's just a callback from something that happened in the movie that they never actually like wrapped up. So they just threw it at the end to wrap it up. But yeah, the overall the movie was very fun, very creative. I enjoyed every minute of it. Like the real world of her being like a human and being Mabel, and yeah, then her going into the beaver robot and talking to all the animals and becoming friends with King George, and yeah, it was all so so adorable, man. I hope I hope they make more original content like this. And there was plenty of references to other Pixar and Disney movies. Like I mentioned, like they did mention or they did reference Finding Nemo, and that opening was like inspired by Lilo and Stitch. What I felt like it was inspired by, anyway. And then they also referenced Doug from Up and one of these sketches that they had for uh, like another invention that the science or the science professor had. She had like several ideas for inventions, and in that sketchbook, there's a reference to um, it's a reference to a collar for talking dogs, and that's Doug. Like Doug wears a collar where he can talk. Uh, so that was a neat reference there towards the that one's sort of towards the end of the movie. Um, there was one more reference. Oh, uh, I don't remember. I don't remember the name of the Pixar short, but I believe it's the Pixar short that they would always show before Monsters Inc. I think it's that one, where it's the big bird always messing with like the little birds. It's called for like for all the birds or something like that, where all the little birds are like getting closer and closer to the big bird on like the telephone line. Those little birds, the that was always annoying. There was like three or four of them that showed up in this movie. There's like a whole council of wildlife animals like getting together to have like a huge meeting against what's happening to the like the habitat or the beaver dam and all that, like that location. All the animals get together to have a huge meeting about it, and in that meeting, three of those blue tiny birds show up. So yeah, that's a reference. That's another reference to like a Pixar short, not just a Pixar movie, but a Pixar short. Um, I'm sure there's other references that I missed throughout, but those were a few of the ones I recognized and noticed. My parents both picked up on the crush reference right at the beginning, but I don't think they noticed those other ones. And trying to think, I don't think there was any more references that I noticed other than that. Anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. Go watch it in IMAX. That's where we watched it. We really enjoyed it. It's worth every bit of your money. Like going to the IMAX instead of just standard. Go support Pixar. Go support original content from Pixar and Disney. This was a very creative movie, and I hope we get more movies like this. Like I know, well, let me look it up. But I know that Pixar came out the other day and announced that they are um, releasing four or five movies in the next few years. Of course, we're getting Toy Story 5 this year, and they've already announced. Um, I think they already announced Incredibles 3, but now they've announced that we're also getting Monsters Inc. 3. Don't know where that's going to fit in the timeline, whether it's going to be um, like around the first movie or possibly Monsters University, going back to the prequel stuff, or if you've seen Monsters at Work on Disney Plus, like that is after the first movie. But yeah, that's like where they're transitioning between the scares that they use into the laughs that they use. So like all the monsters are switching from scary monsters, and trying to be funny and come up with like jokes and learning from Mike Wazowski. And yeah, Monsters at Work is a great TV series. Like I've seen the first season. I know there's a season 2, but I haven't watched season 2 yet. But yeah, I don't know if Monsters Inc. is gonna go like before the first movie, between Monsters University, or if they're going to go behind Monsters at Work and we're gonna get possibly like Boo growing up in this one. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they have officially announced that Monsters Inc. is getting a third. And then they announced that they're getting two more original movies. One is named Gato, that comes out next year, and it's a film about a thieving cat in Venus. Yeah, it is in Venus. Okay, okay, yeah. A Thieving Cat and Venus. And then, oh, we're getting Coco 2. That was the other announcement, or the other sequel, is we're getting a sequel to Coco. Ono Ghost Market is the other original film that they announced. And it's looks like it's going to be inspired by Asian myths regarding supernatural bizarres. Don't know what that means. It's just gonna be, uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Or like Luca, probably Luca and Coco with a mix of like Big Hero 6, possibly. Which Hoppers gave me a little bit of Big Hero 6 vibes too, with just like the animation. Dude, the animation for Hoppers was fantastic, especially the animals. Like, I'm just so in love with the way animation has progressed over the years. Like, I thought I thought Elemental was like peak, with constantly moving elements and stuff. And no, like they've gotten so much better with movies like Turning Red and now Hoppers. And of course, we had Goat that came out by Sony Animation a few weeks ago. And the animation in that was fantastic. Oh, speaking of Turning Red, the director of Turning Red will be working on Pixar's first official musical. So, yeah, that was the other announcement. So we're getting three new original movies, one next year, and the other two were just announced. So probably several years before we get those. Um, but then yeah, we also get Toy Story 5 this year. Incredibles 3 looks to be scheduled in 2028. Coco 2 is 2029, and Monsters Inc. 3 is to be announced. So, yeah, I assume that's going to be like a 2030, possibly even longer. They may throw one of the original works in between. I don't know, but yeah, huge excitement, huge announcement for Pixar upcoming films. I'm glad that they're continuing with original pieces of art and original movie concepts, as well as still continuing certain franchises or certain legacy content that, yeah, they're now getting sequels or more sequels for. I'm hoping that they also announce Inside Out 3. I'd really enjoy a Inside Out 3, because Inside Out 2 broke me. When Inside Out 2 came out, that really fucking broke me. Like, I thought Inside Out 1 was sad enough, but then they had to add anxiety and and embarrassment and all those other emotions in Inside Out 2. And man, that got me even more. I don't know how many times I cried in that movie, but yeah, if Inside Out 3 came out, I'm sure I'd be bawling the whole movie. So so get on it, Pixar. Get on it. Make Inside Out 3. But yeah, that's going to be it for this review. Go watch Hoppers, and then come back and let me know how you guys thought of the movie, or how you guys liked it, or maybe you guys didn't like it. So let me know how much you guys hated it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this review. I've got Avatar: The Last Airbender coming out. The finale for book one. Um, well, it's combined with it's episode 19 and 20, so it's the penultimate and the finale of Avatar: The Last Airbender, book one. Book two will come out here in like 2 or 3 weeks. I'll start that, and I will also be finishing Bridgerton season 4 out this week. I will be starting my space adventure movies this week, and be posting those this week and next week, leading into Project Hail Mary on March 20th. And yeah, I think that's all the upcoming. Oh, also that same week as Project Hail Mary, that comes out on March 20th. Then the following week, on March 24th, on that Tuesday, is when Daredevil season 2 comes out. That's the official. Let me check. Let me check once again. I have been wrong about it once, but that's what it says is the official release date. Um, yeah, March 24th is when it will be out. So yeah, then I will be doing Daredevil Born Again season 2 reactions weekly, and yeah, then I've also got to get caught up on Monarch season 2, because episode 2 came out this past weekend. I still haven't watched episode 1, so I'm gonna watch those two this week before episode 3 comes out, and then yeah, I will be caught up on that and be doing that weekly, as well as Daredevil Born Again weekly. Yeah, I've got plenty of stuff to be watched over on the channel. I've got plenty of reactions already on the channel, plenty of reviews on the channel that you can go check out, but plenty more coming in the next few weeks. So hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, bye bye.